So, hasty generalization is a logical fallacy of relevance. Let's take a look at what this means. Sorry about that. Hasty generalization is an inference that is drawn from insufficient evidence. Now, these are kind of big, fancy $20 words, so let's kind of talk about what this means in other words. An inference means something that you conclude, okay, something that you decide, okay, or that somebody's trying to make you decide, but it is drawn from insufficient evidence, which means not enough evidence, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now that a good way to think about hasty generalization is usually it's some sort of stereotyping is involved or overgeneralizing what certain people like. That's what a lot of advertisers do with hasty generalization. But not always. But very often that's kind of what it looks like in the wild. But let's look at some examples together. So here's one way you could do a hasty generalization. My new Toyota broke down, so all Toyotas must be poorly made. Okay, and you could think about it in terms of cell phones. If you've ever bought a certain cell phone, or your parents bought you one, or somehow you got a cell phone and it didn't last very long, okay, then you might have gotten really frustrated and said, well, all Samsungs must suck, okay, because mine broke right away. But this is what we call insufficient evidence, okay? It's not enough evidence to conclude that all Toyotas are poorly made. Your only evidence is the one case. You're taking all of that from one case of this one Toyota breaking down, or this one Samsung phone, if that's what you're talking about. But, you know, that one object could have been faulty in some way, because that one car or phone, there was an issue when it was being built, and that same issue didn't apply to the rest of that model. So that's what we mean by insufficient evidence. You can't conclude that from that one case. Here's another hasty generalization, and this is going to be a video that you're going to need to watch so that you can have sound in the next video clip.